Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the next video. So in this video we will be discussing about how to reverse a given array. So basically you might be thinking like in order to reverse the array, why I should write the algorithm. Actually I can run a loop in reverse order and I can print those whatever numbers they are given, so in a reverse manner. Okay, so you might be thinking like the logic here, if I take like int array1 equal to, and I will take some elements, guys. Let us say 10, then 20, then 30, and then 40. So these are the array elements. Got it? So here I need to mention it as array. Okay, so these are the elements, guys, whatever I have taken, and in order to reverse those things, what I can do is, I will start int I is equal to array1 dot length minus 1. After that I should be, how much? It should be greater than or equal to 1, and I minus minus. So I minus minus, this is basically the wrong way people write. I'm just showing you. Okay, so I'll just write system.out.println then array1 of I. So this is how normally people will be writing, and you can see if I remove this thing. Okay, so I don't got next line, and you'll be seeing like so whatever numbers, and if I want space, guys, then I can add some space here. That I will do with the help of a empty string. Okay, so now you can see what happened. Okay, this thing should be written outside the array over here. Okay, okay, now it should work, guys, and it is working. So you can see up to this thing, so I should be starting and I should be greater than or equal to 0. So now if I run, you can see here. Okay, so I have given 10, 20, 30 and 40 as the input, and I'm getting 40, 30, 20 and 10 as the output. So you can see this is nothing but the reversing of string, but I say that you are wrong. Okay, so actually if I print my array now, you can see in the help of for each loop I'll try to print. So for int I equal to 1 inside array1, just print all those things like whatever the elements are there. So system.out.println, and I will write I plus 1 space, and if I hit enter and run, you will be able to see. I'll just remove this ln, guys. Okay, so now you'll be able to see 40, 30, 20, 10. After that, the same array is getting printed. You can see 10, 20, 30, 40. So I have given 10, 20, 30, 40. Basically, you are not reversing the array, you are just printing the array in reversed order. You are not actually reversing. Actually reversing means whatever the 10 is, that it is at 0th index position, right? So 40 should come at 0th index position, 30 should come at 1th index position, 20 should come to the next index position, again 10 should come at last index position. So that is actually changing the array itself. We are not changing the array, we are just, what here doing here, we are just printing it in the reverse order. So this is not the way how we should be writing. So I'll just delete this one. Okay, so this is not a correct logic, and a lot of people do the same thing, so that's why I have written and I have demonstrated you the wrong way. Now it's time to learn the newer one, or the right thing, how we should write. Okay, so let me just show you. Array1 10, 20, 30, 40, and output should be array1 40, 30, 20 and 10. Okay, so that is the logic here will be, just take the first element, that is 10, and take the last element, that is 40, swap them, so interchange them. How I can interchange? So whatever is there, you just take like this, connect these two things, and here in the output array, what you can do is first print 40 and then at the end 10. So that means they have been swapped, right? So this is after swapping. So after the swapping, how I will be getting. So once you are done with the last elements, then go to the next element. So this is the next element, right? So just take that one. That is select 20, and then next element is last but second element 30. Take these two things and swap them. I will be getting 30 and 20. And when you should stop, actually this is very important. So whenever you reach middle position, so for this middle is 10, 20, 30, 40. That means middle will be from this and from this. From the beginning it will be 2 and from the ending also it will be 2. So that at that point you should stop your execution, or you should stop the loop, guys. And this is the logic. Select first element and last element, swap them. Select first, second, last element and second, first element, swap them. So you just keep on doing this until you reach n by 2 or middle of the array. So this is pretty much simple, guys. And one more thing, I'll be taking the input dynamically. That means I will not be hard coding my input to 10, 20, 30, 40 only. So I will ask the user to enter number of elements. After that I will ask what elements you want to enter. You can just enter, and then I will be reversing the array whichever the user enters. So that is completely a dynamic program which I am going to create now. Okay, so that's why I imported the java.util.star, and with the help of scanner class I will be taking the input from user. So let me just create the same. So I will write scanner sc equal to new scanner, and inside that one system.in. Alright, so now whatever the user enters, that I have to take it in the variable. So before that I will print one message for user, enter number of elements, that is what are all, how many elements you want to enter. So whatever the user enters, that I will be copying into a new variable, let us say n, and that is I am taking with the help of next int method. So once I have taken the whatever the size of the array, then it's time to take the what I can say. So it's time to take the elements. So before that I will just create one array, let us say array 1, and it is of type integer, which will be equal to new int, and its size will be equal to capital N. Okay, so yeah, I have created one empty array. Now I will pass one message to user saying that enter the array elements. So to take the array elements, I will be using one for loop for int I is equal to 0, I should be less than capital N, and I plus plus. So here I will be writing like, so whatever the user enters, just store it from the 0th index position, and that will be something like this, next int, and done. So this I am taking the input from the user, and I'm done with that one. So once I get the array, so I have to reverse it, right? So I am using another for loop for int I is equal to 0, and I should be less than whatever capital N by 2, that means half of the length of that array, and after that I plus plus. Okay, so inside this for loop I have to write a logic to swap the elements. To swap I will be using one temporary variable, so which will be storing my 0th array or 0th element in the array. So array 1 of array, because initially it is pointing to 0th element. So after that what I will do, I will say array 1 of, so array 1 of I, that is 0th element, is equal to array 1 of, okay, so array 1 of array 1 dot length minus 1, that is last element it is pointing, and z is missing over here. Okay, so last element. So after that, to last element I will be pushing the first element. So array 1 of array 1 dot length minus 1, that I will copy, and this will be equal to temp whatever I have taken. So array 1 of array 1 dot length minus 1 will be equal to 10. So this is actually the core logic to reverse the array, guys. Got it. So after that I will just print the array for you. So for I will write int I, and this is basically for each loop. It iterates on the elements directly. So I will just write something like this: system.out.println and I. After that I will write one space. So this will make sure that my array will be printed. So let me just run this one. Code will not giving any error. And yeah, how many elements? Let us take 4 elements, and the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I hit enter, you can see okay, some error is there. Let me just rectify that one, guys. Okay, so what it says is, yeah, so array 1 okay, let me just save this again and try to run it again. I'm not getting the output properly. Let me just keep it as 4. Enter the elements. This is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it is printing 4, 1, 3, 2. So there is some mistake in our logic, guys, and let me just trace it out. So for int I is equal to 0, I should less than n, I plus plus, and array 1 of I is equal to next int. Okay, fine, I am getting the array. So after that, for int I is equal to 0, I should be less than n divided by I plus plus, and then int temp equal to array 1 of I, fine. Array 1 of I is equal to array 1 of array 1 dot length minus 1, and yes, here I did the mistake, guys. Actually I am hard coding it, so I can't hard code because whatever swapping is done with respect to the current element and the last element minus 1. So here I should write another 1 minus I. That means whatever the last element is there, it will be pointed by array 1 dot length minus 1. After that I need to subtract I, because whenever I value goes beyond 0, that means if it is 1, then I should do array 1 dot length minus 1 minus 1, because it is pointing to the last second element. So that's why it was not swapping properly. Now it should work fine, guys. Yeah, so 4, and the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and oops, let me just see it once again. I did again one mistake, guys. Yes, oh sorry, here I have changed and here I didn't change, so that's why it is showing me the error. So I was in hurry, guys, so that's why it is happening like this. Anyway, it's good to make mistakes, so I'll just run it again. So now you can see 4, 3, 2, 1, and you have seen the possible errors which might come, and I will not crop that section, guys. If I want I can crop, but I will not crop that section, because you should also know that whatever errors will be coming, and how to debug those things. So just trace the code line by line, see where I'm going wrong, and those things can be done with the help of tracing. So like this you have to debug, so you can check it line by line. So let me just take 7 elements, and the elements are 12, 23, 44, 55, 66, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that 99 and 100. If I hit enter, you can see 100, 99, 66, 55, 44, 23 and 12. So the whatever array I have given, that is reversed and printed. So like this you have to write a logic, guys, to print the array in a reverse order. And you can see over here, whatever I have written up till this, it is to take the input from the user, and whatever this I have written over here, this is to actually print the output. So core logic is only 4 lines. You can see 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if you write these 4 lines properly, then your program will work for any input combination, and you can see we are taking the input dynamically. So that's it in this video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this one. You can support us by like, sharing and subscribing the channel. So thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day ahead.